And one more thing. Let's go back to this voltage and check. Take for example, maybe like if your system is not turning on, and you want to check if the power pack is okay or is not okay. And let's assume you have access to multimeter like this. Okay, then you just set this to voltage, and if you are using, maybe like you have something like this, you have access to something like this, you see. Now to read this, you don't use 20. Okay, you can also use 20 because it's not up to 20 volts, or you can check the power pack and see the value of the power pack. But basically 90, most power pack, that is 19.5 volts thereabouts. So checking this, here is power pack. You know, I told you electronics, general electronics mixtures of DC, not AC. Okay, but it's AC that comes in, but it's being converted to DC. If you look at this power pack, here is power cord. AC get to this place. Alright, AC get to this place, but once it enters here, what it does is that this is a box here. It contains many things. Okay, rectifiers, blah 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 blah. And what it does is that it does the conversion here. So from then it was 217. So 217 alternating voltage enters into this box, and here it does the conversion from AC to DC. Right, from AC to DC. So it does to DC. The output here should be 90 point something volts, and if you check, the ratings will be on the power pack. Let's see if you can see here what the voltage is. Okay, around here. Good. Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in so that you see clearly. Okay. Good. You can see clearly. Good. Now, let me use this. Now, looking at this, you see here, there is okay. Okay, we are all right. Now let's start from the beginning here. So this is HP power pack. Yeah. So this okay. This is wide range inputs. Okay, the input. Okay, inputs. So this is the input is from 100 to 240 volts. So now if maybe like there's a bad light that came, and maybe the voltage was going to like 300 volts or 270 volts, it's likely that maybe you plug in this power pack, it might, you know, the next thing that we hear is going to boom, begin to blow, because the capacity of the voltage that comes in, this thing cannot handle it, so it overpowers the power pack and the power pack give up. All right, so for this to work, it has to be between the range of 100 to 240 volts. And what if the voltage is less than this 100? Maybe it's like 50 or it's like 70. So that one, it can also damage the power pack. Maybe at first this power pack will struggle to work. At some point it's going to give up, because the voltage that enters, it is far below what the power pack needs. Okay, so under voltage can also damage power pack, and over voltage as well can also damage power pack. So that is the input. So input is from 100 to 240 volts. Then the ampere, that is the current, is 1.5 amps, and the frequency is 50 to 60 hertz. That is the frequency of the public light that comes. Okay, that you plug in, that you plug the power pack to. Now that is for the input. Now another thing, the major thing here is the output, because different system has different power requirements. We have a system that uses, we have a 40-watt system, we have 45-watt system, we have 65-watt system, we have 90 watts, 120, 180, 240 thereabouts. Okay, so this will determine the wattage of the power pack, because it is vital. And look at this is 90.5 volts, and here is 4.62 amps. If you multiply this and this together, it will give you the watts. That is the power rating of the power pack. and if you check here, if you multiply this and this, it should give you approximate value of 90 watts. So that shows that this 90W, that is watts. Okay, it's a max. So that means that the power rating of this power pack, it is 90 watts. Let me bring another power pack so that so that you see. Now here's another power pack. This is for tail. Okay, now for tail, check the input. See, the input will be approximately the same thing with partially up power pack, especially maybe in your region. Because in this region, I'm in Nigeria, so we use I think our official destination is 230 volts. Yeah, 230 volts. All right, we have some country that they use 110 volts. So if there's electronic that uses 110, if it comes to Nigeria, it has I have to use a step down transformer. I will step to as the reading was taken the other time, it was 217 volts. So that we step the voltage from 217 to 110 so that we'll be able to use the equipment. Because if I fail, that will be the end of the equipment. If I plug, because the equipment was supposed to use 110 volts, but I plug into 40 volts, automatically that will be the end of life for the such equipment. Now let's talk about their power pack. You look at here is input. The input is 100 to 240, 2.5 amps, then 50 to 60 hertz. Now the output, look at this. This is 90.5 volts. All right. Then the amp. If you look at the amp of this, for the HP, it was it is 4 point something volt. Look at this. This is 6.7 amps. Okay. If we multiply this and this together, okay, it will not give you 90 watts. It will be more than 90 watts. Let's say this is 120 or thereabouts. Yes, it should be 120 watts. Is there a watt here? It is somewhere. No, there is no watt written. So now to know the watts, you just need to multiply it. Okay, no watts written. You just multiply this and this. It will give you the power rating of this power pack. Okay, so that's how to check power pack and determine and know the power rating of such power pack. So now this is 19.5 volts, right? So if I want to read, let me zoom out. So if I want to read this power pack, yeah, if I have to read this power pack, so it is in voltage already. So this is here, the side of power pack here is ground, it's negative. So I'm going to put my negative probe here and check the middle. Okay, and this is HP. There's another pin inside. So HP uses that is 2 voltage distance. We have the center one and we have the one that is the wall. Okay, so now let's check the one that is the wall. See, this is 9.7 volts. Okay, 9.7 volts. All right, so let's check the middle one. The middle 9.21. Yeah, the middle one is always lesser than the one that is at the wall. So this is 19.21 volt. So that is, so this power pack is working. So imagine that you have a system that is non, the plug-in does not indicate, and you're doubting, is my power pack having a problem? If you have multimeter, this I have to check it if the power pack is working or not. Meanwhile, why this is for HP, we have there too has a similar distance, and sometimes it could be big. So the same thing with HP as well. This one is for, okay, we have another one for HP that is big, similar to Dell as well. Okay, similar to this Dell. I have the Dell here. Yeah, similar to this Dell, as big as this. Okay, we have another one that is not as big, that is not cylindrical, but it is flat. So no matter the power pack that you are using, you can determine if it's working or if it is not working. Well, that is for regular power pack this way. However, we have worry about if you are using a Type C system. How would you know that it's working? Something like this. And there's no way that you'll be able to read some if something like this is working, or it is not. Okay. So for Type C, there is a USB meter. Okay, in one of my videos, I think previous video you can check, you see the USB meter there. So if this one is working, you plug into the system, plug the USB meter into the system and plug this to it. So if it's working, to indicate that yes, it will read the meter, it will read the voltage that it has. But if it doesn't read, show that yes, something is definitely wrong with the power pack. Or it could be that the cable is having a problem, because it is possible that in between the cable there's a cut somewhere. Same to apply to all this regular power pack. It could be that in between the cable there's a cut somewhere. Okay, so that is basically it about taking readings and checking power pack. Okay, so that's